4th, 2017. All commissioners are present with the exception of Commissioner Abley, who is attending the Western Piedmont Council of Governments meeting that is going on tonight here in Burke County down at the Foothills Conference Center. And the county attorney is present. Clerk. All right. I would ask you to silence your mobile devices at this time, and also ask that if you're speaking tonight, please come either to the lectern or the table and use the microphone so that everyone can hear, including our internet and TV audiences also. We're happy to have with us tonight Pastor Jeff Lovett, the Morganton Church of Christ. And Pastor Lovett's going to lead in our invocation, and then the Hildebrand Elementary School folks and Randy Sane, principal, going to lead us in our pledge. So let's all stand together, please.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the providence that you have brought us all to this place at this time, for the sense of civic duty that have brought those commissioners here to serve, for the sense of civic pride that have brought others here to speak. We thank you, Father, for the motto that guides this meeting. In God we trust, and we do. We pray, Father, that all that is said and done here tonight will serve to simply advance the good of this community through the concern and godly fear of those who are present. Pray that your wisdom will rest upon those who are here, and I pray, Father, that all will go well and according to your will. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you very much. You guys come right here in the center. We're going to come down and take a picture. Okay, gentlemen, what brings us to item number 4 on our agenda tonight, approval of meeting minutes from December the 5th Board of Commissioners meeting, organizational meeting, December 5th, 2016 pre-agenda meeting, December 5th Board of Commissioners special meeting, December 20, 2016 Commissioners special meeting, and December 20th, 2016 Board of Commissioners regular meeting. You've had these. Do I hear a motion that they be approved?
Mr. Chairman, I make the motion that we approve all 5 minutes as presented.
Thank you, Commissioner Taylor. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. That's all of us, Madam Clerk. At this time, we've come to item 5, approval of agenda. Item number 1 on the agenda, gentlemen, as you recall from our pre-agenda meeting, was the recognition of Paul Braun that we had planned to do tonight, and I regret to remind you that Mr. Braun passed away the day after our pre-agenda meeting. And so that presentation has been delivered to his family. Commissioner Abley did that on our behalf. We appreciate him doing that. And so I would ask that we remove that item from the agenda and continue to remember the Braun family in your thoughts and prayers. Any other changes? I don't believe, so I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda with that removal.
Chairman, I make the motion to approve the agenda as amended, including the removal of presentation number 1.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Taylor. All in favor of that, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. That's everyone. Okay, that brings us to item number 2 on presentations, proclamation declaring January 2017 as National Mentoring Month. And we believe that Dorian Palmer would be with us tonight. I don't see Dorian in the audience. So I will, if it's okay, we'll read that proclamation and we will consider it. Whereas the Burke County in North Carolina believes that all young people deserve the opportunity to become healthy, happy, and productive citizens, and whereas community leaders recognize the value that supportive and committed adult mentors play in the lives of young people, which in turn helps build a strong, sustainable community, and whereas the Burke County encourages all adults to play a role in supporting youth mentoring through volunteering, financial support, or advocacy about the benefits of mentoring, and whereas the Big Brothers Big Sisters programs of Burke County gives adults an opportunity to do their part to strengthen our community and our world by providing youth with long-term quality mentoring that is proven to help them reach their full potential. And whereas there are many young people in Burke County who would benefit from the mentoring movement, now therefore be it proclaimed that the Burke County Board of Commissioners do hereby declare January 2017 as National Mentoring Month in Burke County, and call upon all citizens, businesses, public and private agents, as well as religious and educational institutions, to join the mentoring movement and be a part of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Burke County. Gentlemen, you've heard the proclamation. Do I hear a motion that it be accepted?
Mr. Chairman, I'll move to approve proclamation number 2017-01.
Thank you, Commissioner Mulvey. All in favor of accepting that proclamation, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And on a personal note, my wife is a mentor in the Big Sisters program, and she certainly enjoys that. And I would encourage any of our citizens who might have time to mentor a young person in our county to please consider that. You can contact the Big Brothers Big Sisters, and they will certainly help you along in that process. That brings us to item 7, scheduled public hearings. We have none tonight. And then item 8, informal public comments. Madam Clerk, do we have any?
I have no speakers signed up.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. With that, Mr. Manager, brings us to the consent agenda. I'll ask you to review that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members of the board, you have 16 items on your consent agenda. Item 1, Blue Ridge Community Action Community Service Block Grant for fiscal year 2017-18. Item 2, Clerk Reappointment to Foothills Regional Airport Authority. Item 3, Clerk Reappointment to Nursing Home CAC. Item 4, Clerk Removal of Adult Care Home CAC Member. Item 5, Clerk 2016 Annual Report for the Nursing Home Community Advisory Committee. Item 6, Clerk East Burke Senior Center Appointments and Reappointments. Item 7, Clerk Reappointments to Tourism Development Authority. Item 8, Community Development MOA for Duke Energy Funding Support of Public Recreation Facilities, Catawba Water Tree Hydroelectric Project number 2232, Over Mountain Victory National Historic Trail. Item 9, Finance Capital Project Ordinance for Over the Victory National Historic Trail. Item 10, Finance New Elementary School Financing Initial Resolution and Underwriter. Item 11, Appointment to the Local Emergency Planning Committee. Item 12, Health Department Contract for Nurse Practitioner Services. Item 13, Health Department Electronic Health Record Systems Purchase. Item 14, Tax Department EMS Collection Report for November 2016. Item 15, Tax Department Release Refund Report for December 2016. And item 16, Tax Department Tax Collection Report for December 2016. That concludes your consent agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. Gentlemen, you've heard the consent agenda. I would entertain a motion to approve.
Mr. Chairman, I make the motion we approve all 16 items as rendered.
Thank you, Commissioner Taylor. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. That's all of us, Madam Clerk. This brings us to item number 10, items for decision. We have one item tonight to consider. Brian, we'll let you cover that item.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members of the board, we've had some previous discussion about EMS Base 6 and the need to retain an architect to revise some plans that we have from another site. And also, I've asked for the amount to go to 29.5 as a maximum amount. This will not only include revising the plans, also taking care of whatever needs, planning, civil engineering for grading of the site. It is a different site from the one that the EMS Base 4 was planned for. And it also includes the architect taking this through the bid process, receiving the bids, tabulating the bids, and then returning them to the county for the commissioners to award contracts and to oversee the actual construction process. So instead of breaking that up, I'd like to go ahead and just get it done with one action, if that's agreeable to the board.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Gentlemen, you've heard this item. Any questions concerning this item? Hearing none, we'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I make the motion to appropriate $29,500 of general fund balance for architectural services related to the construction of the EMS station base number 6.
Thank you, Commissioner Taylor. All those in favor of the motion, please signify by the uplifted hand. That's all of us, Madam Clerk. That brings us to reports and comments tonight. Gentlemen, let's handle both of those items at one time, if you don't mind, and we'll start with our attorney.
No comments tonight from me, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, J.R. Mr. Taylor?
That's comments and not committee reports, right?
Both, right now.
Okay. On the Partners Mental Health, I have a copy of the last minutes, and I'm going to hand them to Kay and let her make them available to you at some time. I do want to highlight one thing, and that is they have requested us to urge and try to help them fill some positions. They need people from the Mental Health Board itself in Burke, Iredell, and Yadkin counties. On Substance Abuse Committee, they need people in Burke, Catawba, Cleveland, Gaston, Iredell, Lincoln, Surrey, Yadkin counties. On Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities, they need people to serve in Burke, Catawba, Cleveland, Gaston, Iredell, Lincoln, and Yadkin counties. And you're to contact them at 704-884-2698. And if you'll contact Keisha, she'll be happy to direct you how do you get an application and what it takes to qualify. Some of those positions, there is specific positions they need, and they're a little hard to field. And so I have asked Anita to maybe fill us in on a definition of some of those, and maybe we can get that in circulation sometime, Madam Clerk. We haven't met. My first meeting will be tomorrow on the new committee that you assigned me to. And on a personal note, Sunday night at church, I was approached by 4 or 5 different people. I was, and I know some of you have been through the East Burke Senior Citizens, and people are really getting excited about that position. I also had one inquiry about where are they building an EMS on Miller Bridge Road, so I explained that to them also. So, and I advised them that we did plan, I think, May, that we would have our regular meeting in May at the Senior Citizens Center, provided it's ready to go, so. it's- Okay, but I believe that's it. Thank you.
Speaking of the Hildebrand Library Senior Service Center, it is moving along well. I believe today they started putting shingles on. They think that'll be about a week and a half job. And I'm not so sure about May, but I do believe about July it will be finished, and we may be looking at our October or September pre-agenda meeting there, if all goes well. So it is an exciting project, and once they got the metal up and got the roof on, you really realize the magnitude of the building and the ability it will have to serve that community and Burke County as well. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Mr. Carswell?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I attended the JCPC meeting, the first meeting of the year. What we are getting ready to do is start our monitoring procedures. I will be monitoring repay along with the Government Affairs Committee this Friday. So things are moving forward as they should on JCPC. I also attended the Legislative Goals Conference representing Burke County as the voting delegate. That was 2 days of, I think this is probably one of the most exciting Legislative Goals Conferences we've been to. A lot of discussion back and forth, a lot of good goals that were presented. We narrowed it down to 2 from each of the categories that was submitted, then narrowed it on down to the top 5. I would encourage you to go to the NCACC website, take a look at those goals, and so that we can contact our legislators and tell them that we are in full support of those goals. I think probably the most controversial goal that was discussed was the or the ability for school boards to sue county commissioners. So that was one of those hot button topics. So I encourage you to take a look at that. Also, you have your report from the library in your packet. The library is just continuing to do great things. The readership is up, the clients are up. One of the legislative goals was that to give more money to libraries across the state, which I think is going to pass in this General Assembly. The Burke Cooperative Water Board met. Everything in the county is good as far as local waters. The taps are being put in, which is a good sign again that people are moving back into Burke County.
Commissioner Mulwee?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Didn't have any specific meetings. The TDA actually didn't meet this month, but I did sit down with Ed Phillips. Y'all should have received an email this morning. We're just hitting a few highlights of the fantastic job they're doing at tourism. Just for a couple of bullet points here. In 2016, we saw a 4.7% increase in visitors at the Burke Visitor Center. 3,658 visitors came through the door. There was a 12.5% increase in occupancy tax revenue fiscal year end July 2015 to June 2016. Largest single month of occupancy tax ever collected in Burke County was October 2016. The period from July ending in November 2016, occupancy taxes running 29% over previous year. And Lake James and South Mountain State Park saw incredible numbers of visitors. So just fantastic news all the way around with the TDA.
Thank you, Scott. That is a great report on tourism. I saw that this afternoon. Lots of good positive numbers for our county there. Madam Clerk?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Joanna Wallace, our deputy clerk, and myself attended the 2017 annual city and county clerk school in Durham at the Sheraton RTP, and we got 2.5 days of excellent training, and we appreciate the board rearranging the meeting schedule to allow us to attend. Thank you.
Thank you,
Good
Madam Clerk.
conference.
I also had an opportunity to attend some leadership training this past month. I attended a day's training in Raleigh with our state association for county commissioners leadership training, and hopefully that'll help me to lead this group as we go through the year. Also, I have a wonderful announcement I want to make tonight concerning water in our county. We have been awarded a $2 million grant from the North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality and Community Development block grant. This is going to help us extend water service down Highway 18 South and over on to the Roney Road. This is a project that we had been looking forward to over the last number of years, really. And we've had folks in our meetings from time to time who have talked to us about the water problems that they have faced down in particular the Highway 18 South area. And so this is wonderful news. We'll be able to extend service to some 12 existing homes and businesses along this area, just as a minimum. There'll be interconnections also into our system that will help us provide better service as well as improve water quality by reducing the water age in these areas. So again, this is from Shoup's Way, headed south on Highway 18 to the River Road. That's about 4 miles. And then also, I think we have on the monitors there to see, and I think also Madam Clerk has some copies if you'd like one after the meeting to see better. Also, down Roney Road from the Gene Huffman Memorial Convenience Center, headed south along Roney Road to Old NC 18 there at the South Mountain Fire Department, about 3.5 miles. So we look forward to this project getting underway in 2017. 2 separate projects, and again, hopefully you can see that on the monitors, and if not, may pick up a copy of that on your way out.
Mr. Chairman, if I might have a point to give you some additional information. I was very proud to sit on the State Water Infrastructure Authority and cast a vote to bring this money back to Burke County. On Thursday of last week in SWIA, under CDBG grants, where our funding came from, there was 19 grants approved that day, and it was almost $27 million in grants that were awarded. The Drinking Water State Reserve Loan Program, there was 25 grants there, and we awarded almost $50 million. In the State Water Reserve Funds, we did $56 million. Wastewater State Reserve Loans and Grants, we handed out 24 loans for $90 million. There was 8 under CWSRF loans with $73 million. Asset inventory, which money came back to Drexel under that one, and Valdez also got money. 65 of those for $8 million. And our merger regionalization grants total $150,000. Ladies and gentlemen, last Thursday we did 156 for a total of $303 million. That is great when we can give that kind of money for water and wastewater infrastructure. The one thing I've learned since I've been on that committee, we're in bad shape across North Carolina. And this General Assembly is going to take a long, hard look at infrastructure. You're seeing a lot of news come out about some committees that's going to be looking at infrastructure all across North Carolina. So I don't have much time left on this committee, and I just was proud to be able to cast that vote to bring that money back here to Burke County.
Thank you, Johnny, and thank you for your efforts on that committee. All right, Madam Clerk, we'll hear vacancy announcements at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, members of the audience. We have the following opportunities for citizens to serve on county boards and committees: the Hickory Regional Planning Commission, the Adult Care Home Community Advisory Committee, the Nursing Home Community Advisory Committee, Council on Aging, Juvenile Crime Prevention Council, City of Morganton Board of Adjustment and Planning Board for the ETJ, Voluntary Agriculture Board, the Burke County Board of Adjustment and Planning Board, the Burke County Parks and Recreation Commission, the Western Piedmont Regional Transit Authority Transportation Advisory Board, Partners Behavioral Health Management, Morganton Burke Senior Center Advisory Committee, Tourism Development Authority, and that's it.
All right, thank you, Madam Clerk. Again, I would encourage you, if you're watching and listening, to consider these vacancies. Lots of good opportunity to be of service in our community and in our county, and I would encourage you to consider doing that if you possibly can. Gentlemen, that brings us to item 13, closed session. We do not have a need for closed session tonight. So with that, I would entertain a motion to recess to our February the 7th, 2017 meeting at 4 p.m. And I would remind you that that is our workshop meeting to consider our animal control ordinance. Okay? Do I hear a motion for recess?
So moved, Mr.
Chairman, we
Chairman.
might include in that, this was probably the shortest meeting we've ever had for county commissioners, and I believe I've been here 14-plus years, so,
That's very possible.
yes.
All in favor say aye, please.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
No.
Aye. Thank you very much.